Usher Taltree, hello.
Good evening. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you in any way?
Wow, that was all messed up. Okay.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you.
Is
Vampires fake.
Yeah, okay, we already know about that.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Okay. Aloysius was a member of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Well, thank you for the answers.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander.
Okay. Well, by asking all the people in this area, it seems we've gotten all the information we need about Aloysius Dawson to have a proper conversation with him. But I am curious about what else we can find. Now, where does his mission take place, actually? His takes place at the end of Whitechapel. Whoops. Probably could have done that. Report to Clarence Crossley. Oh, yeah. Do I want to go all the way over there? I feel worried about going to talk to Aloysius. Because I feel like if we rush it too much, it's gonna be like, boom, chapter ends, and then suddenly a lot of shit's gonna end up happening, and I did no side missions that I actually want to complete. So, gotta watch out for that. I also don't have much time, as I'm gonna have to take a break pretty soon. So I don't want to like walk into a place and have like an hour-long conversation when I don't have time to be having an hour-long conversation. There. Alright. Let's go talk with a few more people. I also have only one more person that we haven't chatted to, and we know exactly where he is. He was that dude just sitting inside of one of the buildings. Either it's a shop or something else. I don't really fully know. Alright, I'm burning through my stamina. You're pretty sucker. If only I could run at really, really fast speeds.
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
Oh, he does have a shop.
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
What do you got for me, buddy? We have some lead parts, but no aluminum. That is very, very disappointing. But hey, look at this. We have the white phosphorus and the sodium hydroxide for if we wanted to make chemical additions to my guns, which I don't care for, personally. If I could make elemental additions to my melee weapons, now that'd be cool. But not, weapons can't always be lit on fire in the real world. Where are you going? I mean, I'll get out of your way if you're leaving a shop. Alright, I guess he's just taking a break.
Where shall I eat tonight? Good evening, Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
I need to ask you a bunch of questions, Calhoun.
Do you know anything about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
He used to be a big spender. One day, he sent 3 houseboys to buy all the beluga in my shop. For his brother's birthday, if I remember correctly.
I see. Anything else? Less gastronomic, perhaps?
I really can't say. The man is filthy rich. But you know that, of course.
His mouth wasn't moving. That's really bizarre.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
Yeah. Are you that blind? It's false. Don't be naive. Woo.
You cannot expect the newspapers to expose the truth while the war is still raging. I can assure you that the situation here is desperate.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit? For the thrill of it?
Calhoun. Calhoun does not consider the seriousness and dangerousness of epidemic. Yeah, Calhoun. Just because you speak in a silly voice doesn't mean you have to have a silly overall view of the world, but geez.
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests you?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
I understand that, Calhoun. Calhoun likes good restaurants and succulent tables.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
I don't think you want the food that I want. But, ooh, we actually have an investigation for it? A surprise for the London's lone gourmet. I might have a place for you.
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
Well, alright. I guess he at least accepts the fate.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
Alright. What can we... Okay, just more personal questions.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
London's lone gourmet? What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
Alright, Calhoun. Well, I'll see if I can find you a good place
Goodbye,
to eat.
Mr. Russell. I'm sure you'll take care of yourself.
So, what do I have to do for this? Find an exceptional restaurant for Calhoun Russell. Will it show up on my map? Oh, there's multiple places where I can show up. Oh my gosh. Okay, well. I'm not doing that right now. I gotta see what's going on with other people. Oh, hey, Teasdale.
Good evening, Miss Teasdale. How have you been since you returned home?
Dr. Reed. Oh, thank God you returned safely from these awful streets. I was so worried about my father that I left without thanking you properly.
Please don't mention it, miss.
Good. I found him, you know. My dad. Or what was left of him. I think my abductor intended to do the same thing to me.
He actually wanted to make you a vampire, which is different. I'm gonna give you a treatment for
Do you
for
need
your
my
headache.
medical attention, miss?
I don't need your help specifically. I can assure you there are many competent doctors around.
Yeah, you're taking my medicine, lady.
I have no doubt about it. But I'm offering you my help anyway.
All right then. But please leave me alone for now.
No, I have so many questions to ask you.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Never heard of him.
Really? He's very well known in London, throughout the country even.
He a big shot or something? Never interested in politics myself. All words and no action.
That's pretty amusing. She's like, oh, never heard of him. He lives down the street from you and has millions of dollars. Nope, don't care. I guess, yeah, you can't really do much about that. Ooh, boy, we got a lot of questions to ask her.
What do you do for a living, Miss Teasdale?
Before my kidnapping, I was a waitress in a pub. Now I'm unemployed.
Were you fired?
No, it's just that after my recent experience, I don't feel like I can go back to my normal life. I need to do something useful.
Okay, well, be very careful about what that is.
Be very careful, Miss Teasdale. You were lucky to escape death once, but vampires lurk everywhere.
You killed my kidnapper by yourself, didn't you? No offense, Doctor, but you're just a doctor. I don't see why I couldn't do the same.
Can't tell her that I'm a vampire. Even though I thought she knew. It doesn't matter.
What do you intend to do?
Dad always told me, Louise, if you want something, don't stop until you have it. I did my research and I found it. Ichabod Throgmorton, professional vampire hunter. I'll be his apprentice.
Well, you know, Louise. Yeah, you definitely won't have any trouble there. Who knows if you'll ever even find a vampire.
What can you tell me about this area?
I've never really liked this part of town. It was where my father wanted to live. I won't remain here much longer.
What exactly don't you like about it?
People here are contemptuous and elitist. My dad always said, Louise, always treat people like you want them to treat you.
Well, look, we gotta ask you a lot of questions.
You seem to cherish your father a great deal.
Dad was the best. Kept an eye on me, but let me make my own mistakes. Louise used to say, mistakes are the best teacher. You would have liked him.
I'm sorry you didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's all right. He's buried in consecrated ground now. Nothing bad can happen to him.
Yeah, except for the fact that something bad happened to him as he died.
Louise, tell me what you really think about your father's sacrifice to save you.
I'm proud he went after me. I forgive him all his harsh words, all his bloody attitudes. I only wish I could tell him how much I loved him.
Yes. It can be traumatic not having the chance to say goodbye to those we love.
Yes, Doctor. And there's no treatment for that type of pain, isn't that right? That may be the last thing my father taught me.
Yeah, the only thing that can treat that is time itself, right? Oof.
Why did your father feel guilty? He seemed so eager to welcome you back, as though he'd done something wrong.
Last time we saw each other, we had a terrible argument. I left the house and ended up in a pub. That's where the vampire met me. Dead drunk.
I see.
We argued a lot, me and Dad. But I always came home. I'm sure that's why he went to find me. He knew something bad had happened.
Your father never gave up on you. In the end, he risked everything to save the daughter he loved.
Yeah. That was my dad. Tough bastard, just like me. Even if I'd broken his leg, he would have gone looking for me.
What do you mean?
That last argument we had, it was more of a fight, actually. He slapped me and I kicked him hard in the balls.
Wow! Okay. Louise has run away from her house after a violent argument with her father. That's late information to get, but yeah, alright.
Louise, what can you tell me about the vampire who captured you?
The little fucker claimed he'd fallen in love with me. That he wanted to spend eternity with me. Not a bad idea. At least that's the way it seemed at first.
Really? Did you consider accepting his proposal?
Well, immortality. Not a common wedding gift, is it? I think he just wanted to have his way with me. Can vampires even fuck, Doctor?
What?
Wait, I don't know.
Well, I really can't answer that. Well, since they are creatures of blood, physically speaking, I suppose an erection is possible, but
Don't be embarrassed, Dr. Reed. I was just asking.
We got really locked up there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she knows we're a vampire after we killed that vampire. It was just weird that she kind of was like, oh, you're just a doctor and you're able to do it. Yeah, but I did it with magic and stuff right in front of you, I think. I mean, I definitely did, but it's so weird. There's things lost in my mind about what she does and doesn't know.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale, and be careful until we meet again.
Okay.
Nobody takes them seriously.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm gonna give this information to Clarence. Where is he? Oh, he's at the other area that looks like this. No, wait, no, this is where he usually spawned. Where the hell is he? No, I don't care about Mr. Kimura. I'm trying to have a talk with Clarence, who I guess is back here. The fuck?
Hello, Venus.
Hello, Jonathan. Please, come in.
Venus, where's your
Always welcome
husband?
here.
Alright, nothing really happened.
What do you think about Clarence squandering his fortune on his obsession?
Soon we'll be poor and forced to sell the house. Where will we go? In which filthy, infected part of town will we end up? I'm so afraid.
That's all we can really ask her, except for about Aloysius.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I never met the man. I know Clarence tried to contact him recently, but I don't know why.
Maybe he saw him go into the last
Goodbye.
club.
At least
I need to restart my game, but considering that I'm about to take a break, I just been running around. So where the hell is Clarence? The map points me to this, well, just general area. But I'm not seeing his name or anything pop up. This is where he was before, and yet I'm just not finding him. Is it because Louise is here? Oh, there he is. He's just on a fucking walk.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening.
What do you know
Oh my lord.
about Aloysius Dawson?
That man is a tyrant, the embodiment of greed and selfishness. All I despise about this country.
Oof. Well,
Goodbye.
I'm
She's
sure
been quite busy these last few nights.
she would share the same kind of opinion as her mother, I suppose.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Well, I've discovered he's quite versed in occult knowledge. So I wrote him a letter asking him to finance my research about vampires. He never responded.
Yeah, it's because he pretty much he has more research about vampires than you.
These are the documents you wanted me to look for. I think I've gathered all the available occult research about vampires.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. That'll help me separate the myths from the facts.
I'm not sure you can consider this material factual, but it's yours now. What do you intend to do with it?
First, I'm going to show them to Venus. It'll open her eyes and make her understand the importance of my mission.
I'd be glad if it actually did help out, but I don't think we're gonna see the results of it. All right. Well, we had a nice little chat with Clarence, turned in our investigation, and now I need to take my break. I think we'll probably deal with Aloysius Dawson, obviously, the next time I launch up the game. And hopefully the sound issues will be fixed. Hi, how you doing? Had to get rid of this guy first. Of course, there's a dude along the way to the safe zone. That's so weird. this guy's kicking my ass. Why are there skulls directly behind our home? Ridiculous. Alright. Hold on, I gotta go talk with our butler. And our mother, Emmeline.
Hello again, Mother.
Jonathan, back already. Good, good. I was just about to go outside to find you. You shouldn't stay away for so long.
I'm sorry, Mother. Do you think I neglected you?
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't
Ooh.
blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
Oh, she means me being dead. Come on.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Thanks, Mother Reed.
Do you really see Mary and Father? Do you also see me as one of the dead?
Yes. For many years, it was just a game. Since your father left us without a word, I took to the habit of speaking to him.
Yes, I remember. I sometimes spied on you and listened to you talking with Father in the garden. It made me so angry then. But it was just a game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. But since then, my poor dead Mary visited me in my room. She led me to her grave, and there you were. I now know the dead can haunt us.
I really wish we could tell her the truth.
I'm so sorry. You did not deserve to endure this. Mary should never have done this to you.
That's true, my son. But you know what the worst part is? I liked it when Mary spoke in my head. Now she is silent, and it makes me so sad.
It's really hard to have a very serious talk and moment when the dialogue gets cut off and even the music gets cut off at random moments. I'm sorry.
Should I leave you alone? Just ask, and I swear you'll never hear from me again.
Oh, no, Johnny. You're always welcome in this house. And one day, when I finally die, we'll all be together again, just as Mary promised us.
Yeah, it might take me a few centuries.
Goodbye. Try to rest now.
Goodbye.
Okay. Well, let's go talk to the butler. See what he's up to down here. Avery.
Your good friend Mr. Crossley returned from the war too.
Oh, hey.
The poor man does not seem well.
Yeah, we did meet up with Mr. Crossley.
Yes, Mr. Jonathan?
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Not much, sir. Mr. Dawson's house used to be a good house, with many servants. I heard he fired them all recently.
Is it because he's about to become a vampire? Or is it because of his brother's death? No. But hey, we can give you my father's watch.
Avery, I finally deciphered my father's puzzle. Among other things, I found his watch. I'd really like you to have it.
I can't accept this gift, sir.
Yes, you can, Avery. You deserve it.
I thank you, sir. I'll keep it until the day I die.
Alright. I probably could have sold that watch or turned it into something, but I don't want to.
Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, with that done, I think I'm ready to level myself up and then take my break. Just to get find my way up the staircase properly. I'm glad that we were able to give the watch to Avery. A nice gesture to someone who's there for our family and for our mother. Okay. So what do we want before we take our break? I've got almost 6,000 points, but that's not enough to super get what I need and want. I could upgrade my claws for an extra 100 damage. It's something I use a lot. Or I could get the Shadow Mist and upgrade that by 150 damage. And then the last level, that's an insane leap to 820. I don't know if I'll be able to really afford that though. I definitely want to get at least one ability and then maybe back off. I don't think I'm going to upgrade Abyss anymore, because I just don't have the points. If I was killing off the civilians left and right and getting like 5,000 XP off of some of them a piece, then yeah, I would go for Abyss a lot more. But I need things that I can use more frequently. And so that would be Claws, Shadow Mist, and then obviously having the blood capacity and bite capacity to kind of match that. So Claws or Shadow Mist? Claws. 480 damage is nice. I use that pretty damn often too. And then after that, I will throw my 1,400 points into some other stuff, although I only have enough to upgrade maybe Big Thirst. And maybe one other ability. Let's see, Hard Biting. Everything else costs so much. I'll do Hard Biting. Serums is tempting, but I don't use serums unless I'm really desperate, and that's usually like in a boss fight, so I'm good. I figure I usually go through a boss fight, and then I'll just make the serums again at some other point. Wait. We never found everybody for Whitechapel. That's not good. But everywhere, we don't really have to worry about sickness at least. Things are great! Unless we happen to accidentally kill someone. Or purposely kill someone if it's needed. Alright. Yeah. I need any little bonus that I can get. Now, we did get a sword. A long saber often carried by Navy officers. It doesn't have that much damage, but I can upgrade it a little bit. This is a weird one, because is this... Oh, this is one hand. Okay. I was about to say, if this is a two-handed, then I don't find a point in it. But if it's a one-handed, it makes a lot more sense. Because it looks like I can get it to do a lot of damage. At least somewhere in the same range as my Perfect Bludgeon. How many damage upgrades it has? It's 3, so I can upgrade it by 30%. So yeah, I could probably do like a quick math somewhere around 230 to 250 damage. Or I could throw the points into blood absorption. Man, we're fine where we are. We smack enemies and we kill them a whole bunch. That's all I really fully needed. Still don't have enough aluminum parts. Jesus. Is there anything I can research? Not really. Oh wait, here we go. Aluminum parts from the forks. Got it. There. Gotta make sure I'm all set up here. So now I have a good bit more stun hits. 41 to 44 isn't that huge of a gap, but it's the little things. I can now hit people for 9 extra points rather than 3 extra points if I hit him 3 times. And so that's obviously very good, because again, that's almost an entire bar, which could be the difference between actually finishing and stunning a person, or just sitting there going, whoops, guess I gotta hit him for 1 more whole time. Of course, that could get us screwed over. Alright, with that said, let's take a little bit of a break. And then we'll head off to Aloysius. So be right back.